Everybody knows that Aikido is useless, right? But what if everybody's wrong? What if this guy was actually holding back in his Aikido vs BJJ match? And what if this guy actually knows what he's doing? Or what if there was actually more to the study of Aikido than people think?
Today, I'm going to be taking my Aikido techniques to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu mat. I've been studying Aikido for 10 years, and in that time, I've sincerely delved into various martial arts practices, including Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu itself. And across my journey, I've seen various Aikido techniques and principles pop up everywhere. I get comments every day about people who have successfully blended Aikido with their other martial arts practices. So in honor of all the Aikidoka out there, I'm going to be making some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu white belts feel bad about themselves with just a few unconventional Aikido techniques. Let's do it.
And it's worth noting that these aren't just any old white belts. I'm at Dominance MMA, one of the biggest academies in the country with a prevalent force on the international jiu-jitsu scene. Somewhere I'm fortunate enough to train and teach every day alongside some of the best in the world. The first technique I want to look at today is Kotegaeshi. This is a super popular wrist lock that makes you feel like John Wick when you pull it off. I've spoken to a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Aikido black belts who love doing this technique live, and I want to be clear about two things in this video. The higher level your partner gets, the lower percentage these techniques get. And two, the only reason I pull these techniques off is because I can back it up with decent Jiu-Jitsu. If an Aikido guy walks into a BJJ school and only tries Aikido techniques, they would get smoked. However, with decent grappling to back it up, you can work these techniques to create an off balance or an opening to chain in your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I have a tutorial on how to do this technique live on my channel, so go and check it out. I've pulled this technique off on so many different practitioners all over the world, but there are some people that I wouldn't even dare try it on. Is it gonna work 100% of the time? No. Is it gonna win you any world championships? No. Is it a fun out-of-pocket technique to bully your friends? Absolutely. The next technique we're looking at is the Sankyo. Sankyo is a wrist lock that controls the blade of your partner's hand, locking the wrist to the elbow. In Jiu-Jitsu, it can be applied from so many different positions, and in Aikido, it typically looks something like this. Generally, when you're wrist locking somebody, if you can control the elbow, then you can control the wrist. If you're not blocking the elbow, then you're not going to be able to tap anyone. Getting a finish with this technique will definitely score you some white belt tiers, and if your partner defends as most sensible practitioners will do, then it gives you space or an opportunity to upgrade the position. As I said before, if you've got good jiu-jitsu to back it up, then this is a fun one to make your partners panic or to get the tap. As a general rule in jiu-jitsu, keeping your thumb on the inside position is a dominant way to win the hand-to-hand grip fight, just as a general point of control. So if your partner gets the thumb on the inside, disengage and re-grip. The next technique I want to look at today is a super interesting one, Shomen Iriminage. This technique so many people would call Bushido because you see it done very softly and very harmoniously in Aikido, where in reality its principles of entering and controlling your partner's chin can be seen across many martial arts being used very effectively. Here I combine it with the principles of Judo's Osotogari, which is one of my favorite throws to do in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I enter, punching my bicep to the chin, palm up, and when I drive my partner's chin up, controlling the head, I either throw, combining with Osotogari, a big outside reap, or I use these mechanics to counter Osotogari, like you can see here. There are a million reasons why studying Aikido would benefit not only your martial arts training, but your life as a whole. Martial arts is about bringing out the best version of you that there is. There's heaps of different techniques that you can play around with in Aikido across your other martial arts training, but this video was just looking at a few of them. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've got heaps of cool stuff on the way, so make sure you like and subscribe and join us on this awesome journey. We'll see you in the next one. Disclaimer, no white belts were harmed in the making of this video, and all white belts agree to being wrist locked on camera for your entertainment. White belts are people too. These techniques can be dangerous, so make sure that you apply them gently and carefully. Wrist locking white belts is technically illegal, so make sure you do them with your partner's consent first.